As I expect you've already heard, Marvel Comics co-creator Stan Lee has died at the age of 95. Uh, I I was never a comic book reader. I know that I had some Thunderbirds comics at one point, but they belonged to someone else. I wasn't collecting them. Uh, but really, I didn't read comic books. But even I knew about some of the characters he created. Things like Spider-Man, The Incredible Hulk, Captain America. Other people will be able to rattle off the whole list for you, I'm sure. But that's how much of an influence he had. Even if you hadn't heard of the guy himself, even if you didn't know it was Marvel Comics, you'd still heard of the characters. Or at least some of them. That's how big a reach, that's how big an impact these things had. That's how big an influence he was. And of course he left Marvel Comics quite a while back, but he still kept popping up in those cameos, didn't he? I always looked forward to the cameos. It was always something. It was almost like breaking the fourth wall without breaking the fourth wall. It was always something self-referential, or it's just like it kind of like a nod and a wink to the audience kind of thing. I think my favourite one was actually the one where he referenced other Marvel cameos he'd done. It was the one where he was in the spacesuit with the bubble helmet, and he's talking to those other aliens, and he's on the rocky moon or planet or asteroid, whatever the hell he's sat on. And he's saying, "Hey, did I tell you guys about the time I was a mailman?" That was my favourite, was that. Always liked his sense of humour. I think the last cameo I saw him do was actually the Spider-Man video game that just came out a while back. I think the time before that it may have been Teen Titans Go to the Movies, which was a DC film. Popped up everywhere he did. I know the fan theory that he was supposed to be the Watcher, this Marvel character who's supposedly keeping an eye on everything. He always denied it. He always denied it. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Had a lot of influence beyond the comics. I mean, not just the creating the characters and the stories and everything, and the people behind and the people behind the superheroes, but and obviously things like TV series and the films. But the number of programs, TV programs, films that have had pop culture references that reference something to do with Marvel, it's insane. I dare you to count them all. You'll be there into next year. You'll be there until next Christmas. Yeah. Guy was a legend. I didn't read comic books and I know about him. Yeah. You kind of know. You kind of knew that he had to go at some point. You're just hoping that he doesn't. You know what I mean? You're hoping he'll hang on in there for all eternity. Because let's face it, he kept doing stuff. Sorry, I'm just thinking about cameos again. Ah, bloody hell. It's not going to be the same without him. Again, he hasn't been officially part of Marvel Comics for who knows how long, but he was still an influence, and I hope he continues to be an influence. And an inspiration to other people that are making those comics. Just to bear that in mind, you know, that you have to do more than just put colourful characters on screen beating each other up. I mean, that helps, obviously, but yeah. Sorry, I don't know how to end this video. I was literally just going to go to bed, and I just heard about the news. I was just flicking across the internet. Yeah, it's not going to be the same without him. Fortunately, he's one of these people you're not going to forget.